Please welcome to the stage. She has performed everywhere from Flappers to here to the Irvine Improv. She's going to be back at the Irvine Improv in January. See her then as well. Also, you can see her in Oddly Popular. I know, I said her name before I invited her up on stage. Please welcome to the stage, Jennifer Arundale.
Oh, Nate, that was such a fabulous introduction. Thank you so much. Hey, so how is everyone? Are you guys all ready for Christmas? Yeah, you decorated your houses, huh? I haven't done that yet, but we are going to have a tree trimming party on Sunday. Or as we call it at my house, Jeffrey Epstein Day. Because those ornaments aren't going to hang themselves. Just saying. Okay. I got a little political and Christmas mixed together. Hi! Happy holidays. Yeah, I've been having a good week, good month. I lost 10 pounds. I know, we're all talking about our weight. I am back down to the size I was when I was 25. Weeks pregnant, my friends, weeks pregnant, so kind of an epic fail there. Apparently to reach my goal weight, I have to drop another trimester. Looking forward to that. So, you know, like a girl does, I still feel like I'm a little too heavy. But I identify as skinny. Yeah. I'm trans fatty. And I don't care which bathroom I use. I'd go in the cat box if I had to. That's the kind of girl I am. Yeah, so I've developed some fat hacks to help me on my weight loss journey to make me feel better. I wear size 10, but 12s feel so good, I buy everything in a size 14. And I'll tell you, there is nothing that's a bigger ego booster than to be in a crosswalk and have your pants fall right down. Oh my! Did my pants just fall down? I am just so skinny. Let me get that. Woo! It's great. It really is. You should try having your pants fall down. I also bought a miracle suit. You know what that is? A miracle suit? It's a bathing suit that's made out of military-grade spandex. Yeah, they're like Spanx on steroids. Or just kind of picture a big Spank for a tank. Yeah. And they're supposed to make you look 10 pounds lighter, and they do. But my gosh, they are so tight and hard to squeeze into. I tore my rotator cuff pulling up the strap. But it didn't stop there. Somehow that developed into tennis elbow, and then that developed into carpal tunnel, and then HPV. I think they call it a miracle suit because it's a miracle if you can squeeze your ass into it without ending up with an STD that you can't explain to your husband. Okay? Damn. By the way, can you see me standing in front of this silver thing? Am I still here? Huh? All right. Good. Yeah, you know, I think it's interesting when you're getting older, you kind of have that fight with yourself. You're a little bit in denial. Like, you don't really want to admit that you're getting older, but sadly that was dramatically proven to be the case this week when I was in the mall shopping. Here's what happened. My brain said, oh, Jen, you got this, girl. Get on over there to Forever 21. Come on now, you. But my brain dragged me right to Chico's. Now, Chico's, for you, those of you that don't know, is a clothing store that does cross promotions with AARP. And they carry a delightful new line of Life Alert jewelry. Very nice. So I got in the store, and I joined the other ladies as we circled. We were well-fed and middle-aged spread ladies circling the sale rack. And I don't know if you've ever been to Chico's, but the whole place is a sale rack. The whole place. Everything's 40% off. Now, the good thing about Chico's is I'm a size 2. Right? They only go to a 4, but you know, whatever. Who's counting? Yeah. Bob. I gotta wear my glasses in the shower now. Yeah, like apparently I'd spent the last 3 months washing my hair with conditioner. I just thought I'd had like a renaissance into puberty. I'm like, look, my hair's so greasy, I must be getting younger. That wasn't the case. I just can't see. That wasn't bad enough. I'd also apparently been shaving my legs with the little safety thing still on the razor, you know? Which sort of explains why my husband stopped calling me sweetheart and started calling me Sasquatch. Nice, nice. I come from weird DNA. True story. My mother is a belly dancer, and my father is a hobo. So naturally, I'm in therapy. Hello. They're kind of cute though. They are. What do they say? We are, honey. We're vintage collectors. Vintage collectors. I'm like, Mom, you guys are hoarders, okay? Nice try. You know, that kind of does explain why my 60-year-old brother Larry is still living at home. They don't throw anything out. Don't throw anything out. They're sort of unpredictable and adorable. They are. But there's always one thing I can count on, that whenever I go to their house, I'll always be able to find a mug full of pens next to the phone. And not one of them will work. You guys know the drill, right? Okay, I've got to write down an important phone number, so you whip one of those pens out and you try to write it down, but you get nothing. But you don't give up easily because you're not a monster. You try to warm it up on the nearby envelope, and you're warming it up, so you basically scribble right through the bottom of the paper. But do they throw that pen out? No, it goes right back into the mug. The pens are dried out, like me, and the pencils have no lead, like my husband. Ooh, he's not here. We can ooh all we want. So it turns out, my God, that hoarding is hereditary. Or is it genetic? It's genetic and hereditary. Inherited. I think I screwed that up. Anyway, I'm a hoarder too. I got a whole jar of pens next to my phone that don't work. But I was determined to kind of break that cycle of insanity. So I got that book, Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. Right? So she's that Japanese decluttering expert. And she says that what you should do is hold up the object in question next to your cheek and see if it still sparks joy. So I held up every one of my pens from my mug up to my cheek to see if it still sparked joy. And guess what? They all still spark so much joy, people. So much joy. I mean, you tell me, how am I going to get rid of my pen that says TWA? Trans World Airlines. Now that was an airplane, people. They had wide aisles, big seats, giant bathrooms. You could join the Mile High Club, and I did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or what about my pen from Circuit City, people? Remember the memories, the 80s. Do you remember those precious days? You used to have to buy a stereo separate, and they would install it in your dashboard. So you went to Circuit City. Okay, you caught up? Yeah, it was awesome. So you'd go to Circuit City, you'd buy a stereo, they'd install it in your dashboard, and then whenever you parked your car, you had to pull it out and walk it around like a handbag. Yeah, so it kind of went like this. On Friday, you'd buy it. On Saturday, they'd install it. On Sunday, you'd pull it out and take it for a walk. And by Monday, goddammit, somebody had stolen it. Never, ever failed. They sold a lot of car stereos in the 80s. They sure did. But I guess my favorite pen in that mug was the one that I stole from Bank of America. You know the pen. The long, black, skinny one. Still had the little gold chain attached. Yeah, and part of the desk. And the teller, yeah, he was there too, and that's how I met my husband. And we've been married 19 years now. Oh, simmer down. Only 10 have been happy. 7. Not in a row, no. It's all good. Can't all be good. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's watched my body crumble. We're crumbling together. I had total hip replacement recently, which was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Surgery's pretty easy, but in pre-op they had this really weird thing. The lady came in and she has a little cart and she shaves my pubic hair, okay? But she just shaves half, right? She just shaved the right side. So as soon as my husband heard about that, he phoned the doctor and scheduled me to have my other hip replaced. Yeah. We did have some really good news lately, my husband and I. We've spent months filling out paperwork and doing a background check and a home visit, and we have finally been approved to adopt a house cat. People, yeah, I don't know. Did anybody go through the PetSmart adoption juggernaut? Right? I mean, gosh, the first time I tried to adopt a cat, I failed. Because I told the truth. I said, oh, my little girls are gonna love this kitty. Oh, will you let that cat outdoors? Oh, we're gonna let that kitty outdoors and get some exercise, of course. Well, you would have thought I'd said we're gonna let the children go outside with the cat and play on the freeway. That's how they said. It was like, turns out PetSmart is like the soup Nazi of the animal adoption kingdom. One wrong answer and no cat for you. But I was not easily dissuaded, so I went back, and the next time I went, I lied. My lies were huge. My lies were ridiculous. My lies were presidential. And as I drove home with my cat, Stormy, it occurred to me that it's easier to buy an AK-47 in this country than it is to adopt a cat. So I've come up with a plan. We're going to put PetSmart in charge of gun control and the NRA in charge of pet adoption. That's right, yeah. That way no one would have a gun, but everyone would have a pussy to grab. All right, you guys, I'm Jennifer Arundale. Thank you for being here tonight. Merry Christmas.